parenting, I guess, is a difficult topic sometimes, I think, for women in general who work. I think every time you talk to another working mom, they all have the same challenges. They have that same burden, the level of stress, the level of balancing it all. And it seems like the women who work are the best multitaskers. It's amazing what we accomplish in a day. And it's frustrating sometimes because I've always made a very concerted effort to make sure that I was as involved as possible. And when I took my job, I told them, I said, my kids are only little once. I want to make it to the Valentine's Day meeting. I want to be the room mom for, the third grade and cut out antlers. But it's hard. And it was, it's hard to make sure you can pick them up from this appointment. And I've never been one who really asked for help. And finding that help, you don't want to use your friends that are the stay-at-home moms. You don't want to have to burden your husband with him having to leave work so that you can get them from practice or get them to this. I think my kids have made sacrifices because we are a working family, but I think that their benefits have far outweighed that. No, they couldn't be on the swim team. Sorry, the swim team practices in the morning and mom has to go to work. No, you can't raise a cow for FFA because I can't drive you to the barn 2 times a day. You need to figure out how we're going to do this and make it work. But at the same time, I've said to my kids, I said, do you want me to stay home? And do you want me to stay home? I'll be home all day. And they both are like, no, we don't want you at home. You drive us crazy if you were at home. Because they know and they're excited about what I do. They're proud of me. And I love that my biggest fans for work, my biggest supporters are my family. That my kids see a commercial for something and it was a building that I built and they're like, that's mom's job. And I feel like they have a sense of goals. They see that their mom is successful. They are, I read something about boys of working moms make the best husbands. And I was thinking about that the other day. My boys are 14 and 12, and one was doing the laundry and one was washing the dishes. And I'm like, some woman is going to love these guys one day because I can't do it all myself, and they respect that. Yes, there's arguments. Yes, there's the stress of making sure all the chores get done because I'm not doing the chores all day. They have to participate. They have to be part of the family. And that means that maybe one of them's the sous chef and starts, getting stuff ready for dinner at night before we get home. But I've always made, my biggest effort is to make sure we all sit at the table every night and eat. So there's no phones, there's no anything. We sit, we say our prayers, and we eat our dinner together every night. Even if I wish it was 7 days a week, but it's usually 4 or 5 days a week we sit down at the table together and have dinner. So to me, if we just have that little bit of time, to me that's what it's all about. And we make sure we get to every event. We make sure that we can, if I have to miss something, yes, my son hit a home run and I was 1 inning late for the baseball game. It was disastrous. I felt like the worst mother on the planet. But my son was like, that's okay, Mom. Don't worry about it. It's cool. So I think that balancing it all is difficult, but it's completely achievable.